You know, someday, hopefully for your sake, 100 years from now, your name will be written on one of these. But what then? Is that it? Is death the end of it all? The Bible says it's appointed unto man to die once, and after this, the judgment. In other words, you'll stand before God to give an account of everything you've ever said, everything you've ever thought, everything you've ever done and even felt. You know, I've asked thousands of people whether they thought when they died if they would go to heaven or would they go to hell. Not surprisingly, overwhelmingly, most said they would go to heaven. The number one reason why? Because they were a good person. How about you? Are you good enough to go to heaven? You know, the Bible said God created us in His image to have a relationship with Him, but we have a problem. It's our sin. The Bible says the wages of sin is death, and the punishment, eternity in the lake of fire. Now, I know that may seem a bit harsh, but ask yourself, what does a good judge do to a guilty criminal? In other words, if you do the crime, you'll do the time. You see, God isn't willing that any of us should perish in spite of the fact that we've all sinned and we all fall short of the glory of God. The truth is, we've all broken God's laws. Ask yourself, have you ever lied? Have you ever stolen? Jesus says if you look with lust, you've already committed adultery with that person in your heart. No, we've all sinned, and the wages of sin is not only death, the punishment is eternity in the lake of fire. But here's the good news. Proving He was God, Jesus came to this earth. He performed many miracles. He raised the dead, He healed the sick, the lame, the blind. And then He did something even more miraculous. He proved He was God by fulfilling all the prophecies that were written about the coming of the Messiah who would take away the sins of the world. And then He paid the price for sin when He died and He rose again. And the Bible says everyone who call on the name of the Lord, turn from their sin and turn to Christ would be saved. But why? Why would God send His one and only Son to take the punishment for your sin and for mine? Because He loved you. You see, there's no greater love than this, than that a man lay down his life for his friends. So I ask you today, will you turn from your sin and turn to Christ? The directions to heaven are very simple. Take a U-turn towards Christ and then go straight.
To find out more about our ministry and how to start your own Prayer Stop outreach, please visit our website at prayerstop.org.